Yes. Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hey, hi, good
Today we
evening.
are going to start the show,
I
and
can't see.
we are very
Yeah, okay.
happy to hear Srishti Dhingra and Ushasree madam from Roshni organization. First, I will request to Srishti just give us her introduction, where she will discuss with us about the mental health. One poem she had just wanted to share with us. So, can you just tell us about yourself, Srishti, and we can just know your poem, what you wanted to discuss. Yeah, thank you.
So, hello everyone. Okay, let me give a quick introduction. Myself, Srishti Dhingra. I'm from Ranchi, Jharkhand. I'm an IT engineer and I work with a multinational consulting firm in Hyderabad. I really like writing, be it poetries, acts, theaters, and so on. That being said, today I'm here to present one of my recent poems named Depression, a Silent Voice, which was written to spread a word of social awareness. So basically, this poem depicts what a person goes through. And when a person goes through this phase of depression and emotional stress, what he actually feels within himself and what the society needs to realize in order to, offer a helping hand. It's written in Hindi, and I hope the audience here is comfortable with the language. So let me know once I can start.
Yes, Srishti.
Thank you, Anagha. So
Yes,
here we
Srishti.
go. एक रूह है जो बात बात पर कांप सी जाती है। एक दिमाग है जिसने न जाने कितनी रातें जाग कर बिताई है। एक जुबां है जो कुछ कहने से कतरा रही है। एक दिल है जिसकी धड़कन रोशनी से भी तेज भाग रही है। एक जिस्म है जो ठंडे मौसम में भी पसीने से तर है। कहीं ना चाही चीजें या लोगों का जिक्र ना हो जाए। आखिर ये कैसा डर है। दो आंखें हैं जिन्हें रोशनी से ज्यादा अब अंधेरा पसंद है। दो आंखें हैं जिन्हें रोशनी से ज्यादा अब अंधेरा पसंद है। कुछ सूखे हुए आंसू हैं तो कुछ बिखरे से आसार हैं। एक जिंदगी है जिसके होने ना होने का अब फर्क नहीं। एक जिंदगी है जिसके होने ना होने का अब फर्क नहीं। ये कुछ गिनी चुनी सांसें हैं, बिना घबराए जी लें तो इसमें कोई हर्ज नहीं। ये जो वो खुद को चोट पहुंचा रहा है, आखिर कौन सा दर्द है जो उसे इस कदर कमजोर बना रहा है। पर्वतों को काटती उसकी आवाज है, हवाओं को चीरते उसके अल्फाज हैं। उठ रहा दिल में उसके एक सैलाब है, पर दुनिया को यह देखने में ऐतराज है। कभी लोगों ने उसे पागल तो कभी बीमार कहकर पुकार दिया। कभी लोगों ने उसे पागल तो कभी बीमार कहकर पुकार दिया। शायद इसी कारण उसने अपने विचारों को अपने अंदर ही मार दिया। ज्यादा नहीं तो दो चार मीठी बातें ही कर लेते। तुम ठीक तो हो ना, छोटा सा एक सवाल ही कर लेते। शायद इतने में ही जीने का हौसला जुटा पाता वो। शायद इतने में ही अपनी पीड़ा जता पाता वो। शायद वो समझ जाता कि ना दे अपनी जिंदगी किसी गैर के हाथ में। शायद मन बदल जाता तो ना होता आज वो सिर्फ लोगों की याद में। हमारे देश में डिप्रेशन का शिकार हर 5 में से एक इंसान है, और विश्व का तो क्या ही कहना, हर 40 सेकंड में निकलते एक के प्राण हैं। दुनिया भर में 26 करोड़ से अधिक जनसंख्या को कर रहा पीड़ित, हर वर्ष उठ रही करीब 8 लाख लाशें, एंजाइटी इश्यूज, डिप्रेशन, पैनिक अटैक्स, कुछ ऐसा जानलेवा ये हैवान है। अब तू बता तू किसके हाल से अनजान है। जब दिखे कोई इस कदर टूटता बिखरता, अगर खींच ले तू उसे इस दलदल से बाहर, तो तू ही रब, तू ही उसका भगवान है। थैंक यू। That's
poem,
it,
we
Anagha.
can just say. Yeah, thank you so much. And we will organize one show with you, especially in other weeks.
Thank you.
Which
Thank
is
you.
really motivating to and it is really motivating to the people, to overcome with that depressions and anxieties and these things. And not in that, but sometimes we are in a stress. We wanted to listen to music or the poems, where we can refresh ourselves. Yes. So thank you so much, Rishi. Thank you so much once again.
I would like to add, so thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for giving me this platform to perform. Also, this poem is there on my YouTube channel, Srishti Dhingra. So in case you want to hear it again or share with your dear ones, thank you everyone and wish you good luck in life.
Definitely, Srishti. Nice meeting you on this platform.
Thank you. Nice meeting you too, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. Today we are very fortunate and we are having Roshni organization. Roshni organization is based on Hyderabad, which is working as a online counseling, which is basically work for the depression, anxiety, or suicide. These things for the toll free number or the these things helpline number. I will just little bit tell about the Roshni, and then I will introduce Ushasree madam, who is the director of this organization. There are the times in our lives when we feel very low, depressed, and let down, and feel no one cares. At such a time, life becomes so painful that we feel like ending it all one. Over 1,20,000 people kill themselves in India every year, according to the official statistics. However, the realistic estimate could be 5 to 6 times that number.
Yes.
It means that one person every 5 minutes feels so trapped and lonely, angry, and unimportant that to end the pain, he has to end his own life. In the past decade, the suicide rate in India has more than doubled. Please take gave a quote on these things. Roshni is a voluntary organization which extends support to the depressed and suicide, providing free and confidential service. No situation or feeling is permanent at these appeals to suicidal feelings also. It is fact that it is a suicidal person is supported for 36 to 48 hours. Just make a line on this. It is a fact that if a suicidal person is supported for 36 to 48 hours, the feelings will pass.
Yes.
This is a crucial time when a person needs support. Many people would not commit suicide if they had someone who could listen to them.
Yes.
Roshni is a member of Befrienders Worldwide, an international organization recognized by the UN, which has 700 member centers in several countries worldwide, more than 70,000 volunteers across the globe. At the national level, we come under the umbrella of Befrienders India, which has 17 centers spread all across India. People who need this kind of support can contact Roshni below the helpline numbers which is displayed, and speak to the volunteers available at Roshni at the point of time. Now, I'm going to introduce Ushasree ma'am. Miss Ushasree ma'am is a director of Roshni organization. She has done postgraduate in genetics from Osmana University, postgraduate course in psychological counseling, volunteer in Roshni for 10 years, hold deputy director at Roshni from 2018 to 2020. And now we are so happy. Ushasree ma'am is our director of Roshni from Jan 2020. Welcome, ma'am, to our collective in shows.
Thank you. Thank you, Anagha.
Yeah, thanks. If you wanted to add anything in this.
Yeah, it was a beautiful introduction about Roshni. You almost explained all our services. Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay.
Yeah. So today we will talk on the mental health during the pandemic, or impact of the mental health impact on the common man, we can say.
Yeah. Okay.
So, ma'am, what I just have a question about what is the significance of the mental health in one's life? Can you just tell us about a little bit?
Okay. we talk about physical health, spiritual health, and all that, but we hardly take into consideration about mental and emotional health. So mental health, it has an impact on all aspects of our life, like our professional and personal lives, and it includes emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects in all areas of our life. It affects how we think, feel, and act in day-to-day life. So it also determines how we handle stress, how we relate to others, and how we make choices in our lives. Unless you are mentally sound, you won't be able to take proper decisions in your lives. Yes, physical health is important, but it is an integrated approach one needs to take on all aspects of health. And so, what do you mean by good mental health? Then the question comes. So, good mental health is characterized by a person's ability to fulfill a number of key functions and activities during our day-to-day lives, either short-term or long-term decisions. A person's ability to learn, and a person's ability to feel, express, and manage a range of both positive and negative emotions, and the ability to form and maintain good relationships with others. That is also very, very significant. And the ability to cope with and manage change and uncertainty. Especially this is relevant in the present day COVID time, because there is so many changes in our day-to-day life, both personal and professional lives, and there is a big uncertainty about our future, whether we live or we succumb to the disease, or what will be like for the next few days or few years. There is no certainty. Okay. So then the question comes, how do we take care of our mental health? There are some pointers which we can follow. One of them is you need to talk about your feelings and emotions. That is a sign of good mental health. And other things can be, you need to be physically active and eat proper and timely food you need to take. And whenever you are stressed, and then take a break for 5 minutes. There's nothing wrong. You need not work continuously. So take a break and then come back. Have your me time, not always with others. Then have your own personal time. You spare that time for yourself. That also gives lot of relaxation for one. And do something you are good at. So in what way that will affect? If you do something which you are good at, it boosts your self-esteem and your self-confidence. Again, it's a happy feeling you get. See, everyone is not good at everything. Each one is unique in their own way. So whatever is good, you are good at, you do it. And accepting who we are. No one is perfect in our lives. So whatever you accept, what is your nature, what you can do best, what you can't do. Unless you accept yourself, what you are, you won't be able to move on. And care for others. You care for yourself first, then for your family and your neighbors, friends, and take part in some community activities, which always encourages, which gives, broader perspective to our life. So these are some of the pointers which gives you proper mental health to a person. And most important thing is, we face so many situations where you feel helpless and you're not able to solve your own problems. So that such times you need to seek help. See, it's not that we can handle everything on our own. Sometimes we need to take outside help. And that is very important. Reach out and ask for help. Okay. And these are some of the things, Anagha, I can tell you about mental health.
So thank you, ma'am. Because you have told what is the problem, you have given solutions for that also. I move forward for the second question, that brief about the worldwide organization promoting the mental health. Can you just
Yeah,
tell us
there
about
are
what
many.
it is?
There are many worldwide organizations which are catering to improve the mental health, and two such important
Yes.
organizations are the World Federation of Mental Health and World Health
Okay.
Organization also. This COVID-19, especially last March 2020 onwards, it has affected thousands of people worldwide. The rise in the number of persons infected and deaths recorded caused immense fear, anxiety, and uncertainty among the public. It caused massive disruption to families, societies, and economies all over the world. It is not specific to one single family or member or to a particular nation, nothing. This problem is prevalent all over the world. So this resulted in resorting people to suicides. They are unable to cope. So generally, every year, 8 lakh people all around the world die by suicide. Okay, that is the statistics we have. That means every 40 seconds, one suicide is happening somewhere in the world. So among this, 1,35,000 people are dying in India itself. That is almost 17% of the total suicides that are happening in India. And suicide is the leading cause of death for people in the age group of 15 to 29. That is teenage and young adults. They are resorting to suicide. So every year, 10th September is observed all over the world as Suicide Prevention Day, World Suicide Prevention Day. So many organizations all over the world take up special programs on this day and to prevent suicides. And one more, 10th October is also observed as World Mental Health Day. So this year, the themes are working together to prevent suicides. So that means it doesn't happen with one person taking action. It should be a collective work from individual level to family, then expand it to community and expand it to nationwide. So it should be a collective effort from everyone. Then only we can prevent suicides. And there's one more theme also WHO gave. It is what is it? Greater investment, greater access. This refers to mental health. So each and every individual should invest their time and energy in mental health of their own self and also help others. So unless you spend that kind of time, what to do? How do I keep my mental health good? So unless you focus on that, you won't be able to get good mental health and greater access. Institutions, doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, everybody should be, a common person should be able to access to professionals. Those are the two themes for 2020 they have given. That's all, Anagha. Regarding that question, I think I answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, definitely. I agree about this, that this is individual, then community, and it is the nation wide. This is the problem. Okay. And so everyone has to collaborating in these things, contributing in these ways.
Yes.
Roshni's role during, because I know about it during this pandemic, there are the many cases we heard about, the cases, anxiety, people are suffering, and the second most important step is they are taken, if they are out of control, they are going to take their lives in end ways, in suicide ways. Okay, so how the Roshni has played such a pillar for that people's role in their life during this pandemic? Can you just flash it on this?
Yeah. Okay. So this is a 23-year-old organization. So based in South India, Telangana state. So
Yes.
in the normal way, other than pandemic days, we used to work from, we have 2 helplines, which are open from morning 11 o'clock to night 9 o'clock. Monday to Saturday, we used to open our center, and people used to come to our center and sit in front of us and talk also. Either they can call us or come in person, or they can connect with us through email also. So there are 3 ways
Yes.
of reaching out to people. Now, because
Yep.
of pandemic, our center is closed, so we are not accepting people. And immediately, when the lockdown was announced in the month of March, immediately we shifted to uh, operating remotely from our homes, taking advantage of the
Okay.
technology. We forwarded the helpline numbers, and we didn't. I'm proud to say that we didn't waste even a single day. We could reach out immediately, shift our ways of working. uh, that's how we started. And at Roshni, we believe that talking and therapeutic listening helps, and our volunteers help the callers to talk about the most painful aspects of their experience, accept them unconditionally, and are not judgmental, and genuinely care for them. This helps remove the emotional cloud from their minds and clears up their thoughts so that they get clarity, clarity of their thoughts.
Okay.
By just talking to them, we follow a
Yes.
process of called befriending. We are all trained volunteers. So we know how to take calls, how to talk to them, how to assess the suicide risk in case the caller has suicidal tendencies. And sometimes we get calls,
Yes.
some people attempt, they swallow pills and then call Roshni. So this is a very high risk
Okay.
cases. We handle it very carefully. But there are cases whom we could help them and see that they come out of those suicidal ideation or suicidal thoughts. So we at Roshni
Okay.
believe suicide is not a wish to die, but it's a cry for help.
Yes.
That means a person is going through so much of pain and he's not getting any support.
Right.
And he sees there is no other way to end this pain except by suicide. So it is a cry. He's crying for help. Please, somebody help me to
Yeah.
come out of this pain. If he can reach out to people, he will definitely come out of that. If he gets support, both the emotional support and family support, he can come out. So usually when a person resort to this, usually he goes through depression for few weeks earlier than that, like 2 to 3 weeks. So depression, it's called suicidal pathway. It starts with depression. If it is not addressed at that level, then he'll have suicidal thoughts. Even if it is not intervened, even at that stage, he may end up resorting to suicide. So, Roshni, we believe in intervening at various stages of this suicidal pathway and can still save people's lives. So, how can we prevent suicide, you may ask? Because depression is treatable. That's the precursor to suicide. So, when depression can be treated, so suicides can be prevented. That's how we take it. Even before lockdown, our helplines were working, and we made some changes during our working hours and extended our number of days also in a week. So in April, instead of working for 6 days, we opened our helplines even on Sundays. So our volunteers were very dedicated, motivated volunteers. We have about 60 to 65 volunteers who speak various languages. Apart from local Telugu and Hindi languages, we have volunteers who speak Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, Marathi, Punjabi, Bengali, you name it. We have volunteers from who can speak many languages. That is the biggest advantage we have, because when a person from West Bengal calls, we give a time when that particular volunteer who can speak Bengali is available. So we are not losing any callers.
Yes.
We provide whatever best we can do, we are doing it. A few changes we made because of lockdown, as we are operating remotely from our homes. First is call diversion facility we used from our helplines. This technical facility enabled us to take calls from our homes. Second is we received more number of COVID related distress calls. Now suddenly there is a lockdown. No one experienced such a situation in their lifetime, I think, most of us. Kids, including elderly people who are into 90s also, they have never experienced during their lifetime such a situation. So suddenly there is a change. So this COVID-related distress calls, we received many. In the normal course, we used to receive 15 to 20 calls a day. But during COVID time, it almost doubled, like 40 to 45 calls per day. And during the peak time, few months, we received almost 60 to 70 calls per day. See, look at the situation, how people are distressed, all age groups, taking from students to elderly, with different anxiety levels, with different fear issues, and different mental health issues. And because students, we received more number of calls from students because educational institutions were closed. They had to sit at home 24/7. No outlet for their feelings, no sports, no games, no meeting friends over coffee, nothing. So they were going through a lot. And there is an uncertainty about their education and career prospects also. And some call us because of loss of jobs and businesses. And there is a significant increase in sexual abuse also that we observed. Sexual abuse and domestic violence. Because there is too much of friction within the family members. 24/7 they are together. So naturally, they never face this situation. So naturally, each one has to adjust. So it took some time. But in the peak time, we observed there is an increase in sexual abuse and domestic violence cases also. And we started increasingly posting our Roshni posters and messages on our social media handles like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, so that we can reach out to many more people and give them help. And not only that, we created awareness through print and visual media also. We published many articles in various newspapers of different languages, and we took part in panel discussions and gave programs on local TV channels. And many webinars, and we addressed students, teachers, and parents, especially this group because they were taking classes through online classes. All three different groups like students, parents, and teachers found it very, very difficult to adapt to this new system of teaching. For all three groups, it is first time experience. So many problems, so many issues. So we, through our webinars, we told them how to adapt, how to accept the change, how to change your mode of functioning, and how to accept the new normal. This is a new normal we need to adapt and practice. And we also maintained databases exclusively for our callers. Like usually we maintain references related to mental health issues, like women police station, when there is a domestic violence, whom to contact, when there is a sexual abuse, whom to contact and where you can get help. And there is a mental illness, which psychologists you need to go to, like therapies. So all those references we had. But here during COVID time, our volunteers formed a separate group to collect database for different purposes other than our regular database. So this related to, we collected almost 25/7 toll-free COVID-19 call centers. So if any caller asks for help, we should be able to give them reference. So 25/7 toll-free call centers, then doctors on call, then nationwide helpline numbers for corona-affected people, and free oxygen concentrated services, and the details of availability of beds both in private and government hospitals, plasma donors, and 24/7 free helpline for emergency medical help. Because government, both state government and central government, opened so many options. These call centers they have set up, but it should reach to the common person, isn't it? Unless he knows where he can get help, it is very difficult. So Roshni collected all the database, and we acted as a bridge between the needy person and the resources what government is providing. And we have a sister concern called Roshni Counseling Center, where psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, everybody is available. So during COVID time, we were able to provide free psychiatric consultations with them, and also distributed free medicines to the needy people. These are some of the things immediately during COVID time we could do.
Okay. So nice, ma'am, that how the Roshni has give a support, how the Roshni build a support for these needy people, not only for the senior citizens, but from the student, family,
Yes.
individual persons they have covered in this pandemic. Because we are working in this pandemic also, and this pandemic it's a new experience to everyone.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the lockdown and these things, it's really shocking also, a new experience. And because of that, the many people are, this their behavior and these things, it is comes in a imbalancing way. These things.
Yeah,
Because
I need to tell you one point, Anagha. People
yes,
with already existing mental illnesses, there was
yes,
an increase in their adverse behavior. Okay, because
right,
of lack of proper treatment, lack of consultation from the doctor, they
right,
suffered a lot actually.
right,
Because they
yes,
couldn't meet the doctor, they couldn't go out, and stuck at home. It was very difficult for both for the patient and also for the
yes.
providers, family members. It was a very difficult situations people faced.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. You have really, explained in a detailed way how the Roshni has worked and give the contribution to the society to build up again in a positive way. So I just wanted to know that how do you think to overcome the stigma attached to mental health? Because as I know, as I'm working, we collectively is also working in the same phase, mental health and the mental strength. This is our main objectives of the collective in. So we also see that when the ordinary people, think about the mental health or the mental strength, these words, their thinking level is very different, or the counselor taking any suggestions or the support, that that their thinking level is very different. So how you can just tell us in brief way how we can just take this stigma from that mental health, this word, how we can just give them the positiveness.
Yeah, suppose when we compare physical sickness and the mental sickness, if we have a problem with our eye or with our nose, whatever be the organ, we immediately go and consult a doctor. We don't hesitate even a minute. What is there? I have a problem with my eye, I am going to an ophthalmologist. And nobody says anything also.
Yes.
Same thing when it happens, when there is a problem with your thinking process, that you're not well, you are mentally sick, something is wrong with my thinking process, I'm not okay. Then we don't go to a psychologist immediately. We just keep it to ourselves. Why? We are worried about something wrong with me. That is one thing. And what people think if I consult a psychologist or a psychiatrist. That is the stigma attached to mental health.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes. So what is stigma? Stigma is having a negative attitude and showing discrimination against a person with mental illness. And a person with mental illness faces two types of challenges. One is he's struggling with symptoms and disabilities caused because of his mental sickness. And the second one is he has to fight the misconceptions surrounding illness, that is stigma attached to mental illness, and how the other public, how they respond to his sickness. So two challenges he has to face. And a person with mental illness also faces two types of stigma. Stigma also, there are two types. One is public stigma. It is the reaction that general public has towards that person. That is the public stigma. And the other one is self stigma, and that is his negative belief systems. And they play a major role. What, am I really mentally sick? Why this happened to me? Why only me? What would people think? And his own belief system play a major role in that. These two stigmas
Yes.
prevent people to access for help. This
Help.
prevents reaching out for help, reaching out for
Yes.
treatment. These are the major issues
Issues.
around this mental health. So it's very important that each one of us, as an individual and as a part of the society, we should fight against the stigma attached to mental health. So it is the individual and the society. Again, it is an integrated approach. Each one should take initiative. What I can do to promote mental health or to prevent the stigma attached to it. So few things we can do is to talk openly about mental health, like how you are doing. You created a platform for us and asking us to talk about mental health. And people, whoever is watching this program also, they'll be aware of mental health. Then they'll think, okay, it is just a normal thing. Like any other body of the part, there is some problem with my thinking process which can be rectified. Okay. And so we need to talk openly about mental health. And suppose I may not know anything about mental health, maybe first time I am hearing, but still I can educate myself. What is mental health? I can get information through net, or I can read books, or I can talk to a person who is well versed with mental health. So I need to educate myself first. What is mental health? How do I take care of my own mental health? And also tell others, spread the word. Once you gain the knowledge, you spread the word to others and educate others also. And one more thing we can do is we need to treat both physical and mental illnesses equally. You should not discriminate between physical illness and mental illness. Then it will become easy to approach medical help. And then another thing you can do is and show compassion towards those with mental illness. You need to be empathetic. Okay, they are going through tough phase. There is a problem in the thinking process. There must be a reason, but there is treatment. And once they take the treatment, they'll be back to the normal self. So during that period, you need to be compassionate and empathetic. And the person who is taking treatment also, he should be honest and sincere about the treatment. And first he needs to accept that there is some problem, there is some illness. So I need to approach the doctor and take treatment. And many people have many myths about these psychiatric medicines also. So yes, there will be side effects like any other allopathic medicine we take for other illnesses. It will also have some side effects, but seeing the bigger picture, you need to take the medication. Okay. So one person should be honest to himself first. Okay, I got some problem. I need to consult the doctor. I'm going to take the treatment, complete treatment. Then joining a support group also helps. Like Alcoholic Anonymous, all alcoholics have a group where they discuss, and help each other. Similarly, with mental illnesses also, there will be groups. So if you join, you can exchange your views, or you can talk to the other person and get support from others who are in the similar situation. These are some of the things we can do at an individual level and at the community level.
Yeah, so nice, ma'am, that you have just explained in detail how the individual and how the community, how the family members has to support to the person who is suffering with this, because everyone's contribution is very important to that person to recover soon. Because as when always the doctor says, instead of taking the tablets, if you get family love, the person will recover soon.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Family
So this is
support
a
is
real,
very, very important,
yeah.
Anagha.
Yes, that is true. That is true. So I just wanted to just know about it in a quick way. How you will see then in a future vision of the Roshni in one area of the mental health. Can you just quick tell us about how the future vision of the Roshni in this
Yeah,
mental health?
we have already completed successfully 23 years service, and we have reached out to so many people, and we are very happy that we
Yeah.
could reach out to many people who are in need. And
Hmm.
in future also, this volunteer organization should run many, many more years, and be helpful to
Yes.
people who are in need. That is one thing. And
Exactly.
second, I can
Hmm.
think of is every distressed individual should have easy
Hmm.
access to help. So there should be many more
Yes.
doctors, many more therapists, many more counselors, and many more NGOs who should work in this area and connect
Hmm.
the needy people with the professionals. So each and
Yes.
every individual should have easy access. They shouldn't
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
searching for help and all, and they should know
Right.
where help is available, how they can
Hmm.
get
Hmm.
access. That information also
Yes.
is very, very
Yeah.
essential. So people should be able to reach out for help easily. That is my
Yes.
one of the vision I have for Roshni, and to create more awareness about the warning signs of depression, so that we
Yes.
can intervene during the process, and so that suicide we can prevent suicides.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
usually we do a lot of awareness and outreach programs. We go to
Yeah.
schools, colleges, hospitals, and we go to prisons also, and
Okay.
we address the police,
Okay.
and we have collaborations with many other organizations. What we do is create awareness about warning signs of depression. So how does
Yes.
it help when I ask? See, suppose a layman knows what a
Hmm. Hmm.
person goes through during depression. They give
Yeah.
clear signals, both
Hmm.
physical, emotional, all signals they give people who are going through depression. So if the family members, friends, if they can identify, yeah, there is a change in his behavior, there is a change in his routine, why is he sad, if people can point out and observe these warning signs, they need not do anything, they did not have any knowledge about mental health or psychiatry, they just take them where help is available, like any
Yes.
NGO or any therapist. So that much, if each and every individual is aware of
Hmm.
warning signs, they can help immensely, to reach out to many people. You can just
Yes.
talk to your neighbor, and there is a theme which says, take a minute. Uh, what is that? Mm, Take a minute, change your life. Okay,
Yeah.
WHO gave this theme also. So apart from
Yeah.
your busy schedule, each and every individual, irrespective
Hmm.
of their educational background or anything, take a minute, talk to your neighbor, talk to your family member, talk to anyone,
Yeah.
talk to a person who is sitting next to you. Just ask them how they are doing. So by just asking, some people will open up quickly. They must be waiting. If somebody asks me, I want to talk, I want to share my pain. So by listening and giving them timely help, timely intervention, you will be
Yes.
saving a life. So that
Yeah.
is another program we have, and more awareness about mental health and especially depression. That's all.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
mental health subject should be a part of school curriculum. Along with
Hmm. Hmm.
physical fitness, we have a PT period, which addresses the physical fitness. Like that, it should be a part of curriculum from primary school onwards, one subject, so that the
Okay.
students gain the knowledge
Yeah.
from childhood, so that they know what is mental health. They need not ask, or somebody need not tell them what it is, how to take care of it, how to, if there is any change, how to improve their mental health. So if it is a part of the curriculum in schools, that helps a lot, to
Hmm.
an individual. And nowadays, many celebrities are talking about the significance of mental health. and some of them have come openly about their own experiences. Many are from different, even cricket, sports people, movie actors, about their own experience of depression and mental health issues, and how they could overcome by taking treatment. So this goes a long way, because many people see them as their role models. So whatever they say, it will have a bigger impact on people. So I want more celebrities and more celebrities from various walks of life, not necessarily from Bollywood or Tollywood, from sports, any other walks of life. So if they keep talking about it, about their own experiences, and they can promote, so this will reach very remote places also.
Okay.
I think, and we are also trying to get a toll-free number, so that people, more people can access us. These are some of the goals, that vision I see for NGOs like Roshni. There are many NGOs, and all our aim is creating awareness and prevent suicides.
Yeah, very important, these things. So it's 23 years, your journey, Roshni's journey. Okay, it's a big journey, we can just say, in that many experiences, many lives have saved, many people get the second life from Roshni. And I'm really thankful to you, and we are from Collective Win giving all the best to the Roshni for this coming days, years. Because one say that Roshni means give the light to the other people who are in darkness, and show the light. I can just say that
a ray of life.
Right. Exactly. So I'm so thankful to you, Ushasree ma'am, that you have given us up your precious time here, and you explain how the Roshni organization work, and discuss with us about the Roshni. In these things, I just wanted to mention, in this collective, in this organization is working in the main aspect or the main elements of this. Our project is that mental health and the mental strength. Where I just wanted to announce and tell to our audience also, we are very soon we are going to collaborate with Roshni organization, with Collective, where we are also wanted to work together. One important thing I just wanted to mention here, that Collective organization has started very soon, is going to start very soon, helpline, means counseling helpline, this project. It's a 24/7, and we start to as a pan India level, where this, our counseling, these things project is working under the HIPAA compliances, where all the information, confidentialities, and everything is going to maintain this ways. There are the many these things. I can just mention in one minute, that take a 1 minute. Take a 1 minute is very important. Because that 1 minute change anyone's life.
It will change a person's life, and it will save one person's life.
Exactly. If the unknown persons also, when we are traveling, or when we are just long travel also, we don't know who is next to that person. We don't know about his future, past, present, and anything. But when we smile and when we ask what is his name, that conversation starts, and that sometimes that reflects, and that give the support, strength to you also. When anyone is depressed or something, I just wanted to mention here, please talk.
Yes.
Okay, never been just say that I will just keep in whatever I'm suffering, I'm the only person in this world and all. No, you're not the only person in this world, but please talk to the relevant persons, where they guide you, they will make your life again. This is, and depression, anxiety, it is a part of the life. It is not be like this that it will never comes, but the confidence and how you are facing that problems, that is the most important. So from Roshni, from Ushasree ma'am, and from Anagha, from Collective In, from my all the team, we just urge you to every citizen of India, please talk, please take a help from Roshni organization, Collective In. anytime, because our helpline is starts and works 24/7. And it is not for the particular person, but it is from the child, from the family, individual, senior citizens, from everyone. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm so happy to interact here in the Collective Wins, our platform, these things. And I'm really thankful to our audience that they have get a good topic today, and through this our conversation they can build their lives again, these things. So thank you so once again, ma'am, and all the best
Thank
for
you.
this.
Thank you, Anagha and your team, and to Collective Win. I hope I'm
Yes,
looking forward to collaborate with you. We already have collaborated with many organizations, and
yes.
if you also join us, we are very happy to invite you. And whatever way we can help you, we'll be able to help you out. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. From Alit Vegas, he's the CEO. Rahul Gupta is a project director, and from Anagha, the whole
Okay.
Collective Win team is very thankful to you that you have shared this platform with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you for
night.
having
Take
me
care.
on this platform, Anagha. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Take care. Always smile. Always talk.
Thank you.
Bye.
Same. Yeah. Bye.
Yes.